Coming up on today's News Valdosta, we have an update on the mayor who was shot on Halloween.
And the family finally receives justice after 8 years.
Stacy Bush will give us a look at the weather, and Xavier Hall will bring us the best in sports. News Valdosta starts right now.
Welcome to News Valdosta. I'm Chris Jones.
And I'm Jennifer Dandrin. News Valdosta brought you the story of the Dawson mayor being shot on Halloween. Now, the city council is refusing to pay for the mayor's protection. Mayor Chris Wright was shot 6 times on Halloween night after coming home to find his mother tied up. Officials believe Wright was targeted and could still be in danger. However, following the shooting, the city council voted 4-2 against providing full protection for the mayor. They say it would cost the city too much money at nearly $16,000 a month. Members who voted against the protection also say that the mayor should not be given special treatment. Wright is currently in an undisclosed location for his safety. Investigators have yet to say why they think the mayor was targeted.
Cordele police have finally made an arrest in a murder case that is 8 years old. 4 men have been put in jail for the murder of a Cordele man in 2005. Antonio Brown, Kevin Glover, Eric Mason, and Antonio Glover all have been charged with felony murder for the death of 55-year-old Kareem Bashir. On Christmas Eve 2005, witnesses say that 6 men were seen outside of the victim's store, all of whom were believed to be a part of the robbery. Bashir had been struck in the head with a metal object and died at the hospital. Investigators say the robbers got away with mostly clothes. Police say the investigation isn't over as they continue to look for 2 more men.
Police are searching for 3 suspects in the case of an armed robbery at Drexel Park. On November 26, 2 of the 3 men allegedly wielded a handgun at 2 Valdosta State students and demanded money. The robbers got away with a book bag that contained identification cards, keys, wallets, and other items. The men were wearing hooded sweatshirts and scarves covering their faces. The assailants are described as black males in their mid-20s, 5'9" to 6 feet in height, and are a medium build. Police urge anyone with information to contact them immediately.
A Tifton resident is being charged with obscene internet contact. 36-year-old Marvin Young Jr. has been arrested for sending inappropriate Facebook messages to a 13-year-old. The minor's parents complained to police after reading one of the messages he allegedly sent to the girl. Along with being charged with 1 count of obscene internet content, Young is also charged with 8 counts of sexual exploitation of children. Officials encourage parents to monitor their children's social media accounts and report any inappropriate conduct.
Have you ever been the victim of telephone fraud or scams? News Valdosta reporter Sarah Collins tells us about the Valdosta citizen who was a victim of telephone fraud with a scam artist posing as a detective. And she tells you how you can avoid being the next victim.
We have heard of many ways that scam artists try to obtain your bank account information. However, trying to pose as a detective is not one of the smartest things to do. A few days back, a citizen of Valdosta stated that she received a phone call from an unknown male stating that he was a detective from another jurisdiction. He then went on to let her know that she had been the victim of fraud and someone tried to cash checks in her name. And in order to get the process going, he needed her bank account information. When she refused to give him that information, he got angry and hung up the phone. Immediately after, the victim called 911 and contacted Valdosta Police Department, who later confirmed through the jurisdiction that the assailant had named that there was no incident involving her name or her bank account information.
If people receive phone calls, the only thing I can really tell people, if it sounds too good to be true, it usually is too good to be true. People don't just give away money. That would be nice. But when anybody asks for your bank account, for your birthdays, for your social security numbers, any of that over the telephone, do not give it out. If you feel like you are the victim of a scam or some phone call just doesn't seem right to you, you can always call your local police department, call the Valdosta Police Department, talk to us, we'll look into it for you, and find out if you truly are a victim. We just recently had a scam where somebody presented themselves as a law enforcement officer and asked the victim for her personal information over the telephone. She was very smart, was leery of it, called us, come to find out he was not law enforcement. So she could have easily fallen victim to a scam by thinking she was doing the right thing. So if anytime anything just sounds too good to be true, don't fall for it and get in touch with the police department.
With News Valdosta, I'm Sarah Collins.
An undercover investigation by Lowndes County Sheriff's Office has led to the arrest of a Valdosta man. 35-year-old Bruce Lee Holman is facing charges of kidnapping, using a communications device in a drug transaction, obstruction of an officer, possession of cocaine, and fleeing and attempting to elude deputies. An undercover agent allegedly arranged a drug deal with Holman. When the agent approached his car for the delivery, Holman drove away, causing a short chase. Investigators say they seized nearly $400 worth of cocaine from Holman. This investigation is continuing.
Coming up, we'll tell you about the grand opening of a new school.
And we'll give you tips on how to stay safe on this Cyber Monday, so stay with us.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
Did you go shopping on Black Friday or even Thanksgiving? Black Friday is behind us, but that doesn't mean the savings are. Today is fondly known as Cyber Monday, where retailers offer deals to online shoppers. In all your holiday shopping, here are some tips to make sure you're safe. Make sure you have updated internet browsers, download an antivirus to protect you from malware, ignore emails and pop-ups, and lastly, be aware of your tracking information. Authorities say be sure to stay on secure sites.
Speaking of Black Friday, as the holidays approaches, shopping is now in full swing. News Valdosta reporter Olivia Steen has more on the story.
Black Friday is a national holiday that follows the day after Thanksgiving. This Friday is seen as the beginning of the Christmas shopping season. It is common for most retailers to open extremely early, sometimes 4 and 5 a.m. They offer promotional sales for majority of the products sold in their stores. Stores such as Walmart, JCPenney's, and Best Buy participate every year on this day. Black Friday shopping is known for attracting aggressive crowds, annual reports of assaults, shootings, and many people trampling other shoppers in an attempt to get the best deals on a product before supplies run out. I spoke to both a shopper and employee on the benefits they receive from Black Friday.
I Black Friday shop because I love getting a deal, and during Black Friday you get sales on everything for dirt cheap. I even got a scarf that was $20, that was $2 today, so I just love the thrill and the good bargain.
I'm an employee here at Best Buy. Black Friday is usually a big deal for us. We actually started last night, 6 o'clock we opened our doors. We had a pretty big line. We actually had people camped out since Monday. We had a lot of deals. We had deals start at 6, then at midnight, then we'll have them again this morning at 10.
As you all may see, holiday shopping has officially kicked off. I hope you guys are ready to start breaking those wallets. I'm Olivia Steen, reporting for VSU-TV.
Early voting is still underway for the Valdosta City Council District 2 seat. Tomorrow will be the last day to vote. Voting takes place at the Lowndes County Board of Elections office on North Oak Street. Calvin Graham Sr. and Sandra J. Tooley are facing off for the Valdosta City Council seat. According to Deb Cox, voter turnout has been low so far.
Recently, the Keep Lowndes Valdosta Beautiful Committee came together to discuss their recent fall events. News Valdosta reporter Kayla Jordan has this.
Personal waste is a growing problem due to the short lifespan of needs in a person's everyday life. Some waste that reaches our landfills contains harsh elements that can harm our environment and groundwater. Last month, the City of Valdosta and Keep Lowndes Valdosta Beautiful came together to host many events to promote recycling.
This past Monday, we talked about a lot of the events that we've been doing this fall. We've been very busy, as we are every fall. it seems that a lot of our events are really grouped together at certain parts of the year. What we were wrapping up on was the Rivers Alive event that we had in October, the Make a Difference Day event that we had in October, our Fall Electronics Recycling event, our America Recycles Day event, which was the Magic of Recycling shows, and we discussed one of our upcoming events, the Bring One for the Chipper Christmas Tree Recycling event.
These citywide events give citizens the opportunity to become more involved in the community and to live in a safe, clean environment.
I want people to feel like they have to become environmental freaks or anything like that. My mission and my goal is to just make people more environmentally conscious. Remember, litter is not going to pick itself up, and all I ask people to do is just be responsible for your own recycling and your own trash.
With city services such as Keep Lowndes Valdosta Beautiful, citizens are encouraged to reduce, reuse, and recycle. For News Valdosta, I'm Kayla Jordan.
Today marks the grand opening of a new Valdosta elementary school. Students from Southeast Elementary School will now be attending Pinevale Elementary. The new school has state-of-the-art technology with 70-inch television touchscreens that function like an iPad. The new school is also eco-friendly with translucent and insulated windows. Students had a chance to tour the school last month.
Up next on News Valdosta, Stacy Bush gives us a look at the weather, and Xavier Hall will bring us the best in sports.
All this and more when we come back, so stay with us.
In 1977, in Johannesburg, South Africa, an 8-year-old boy picked up the game of golf from his father. By the age of 9, he was already outplaying him. The odds of this gentle lad winning the Junior World Golf Championships at the age of 14, 1 in 16 million. The odds of that same boy then making it to the US and European Pro Golf Tours, 1 in 7 million. The odds of the Big Easy winning the Open Championship once and the US Open Championship twice, 1 in 780 million. The odds of this professional golfer having a child diagnosed with autism, 1 in 110. Ernie Els encourages you to learn the signs of autism at autismspeaks.org. Early diagnosis can make a lifetime of difference.
My dad's one of the producers. Bring this sweet.
Welcome back to News Valdosta. The weather has been nice here lately in South Georgia, but how is the rest of the week looking?
Let's go to weather anchor Stacy Bush for the forecast. Stacy?
Thanks, guys. Today we're experiencing a cloudy day with the skies clearing in the afternoon hours. Expect a high around 71 degrees and only a 20% chance of rain and a slight breeze, with the winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Humidity is just under 90%. Tonight, expect a great night for stargazing as we'll see clear skies with a mild overnight low of 51 degrees. Winds will be calm and I wouldn't expect any rain. Tomorrow, expect another beautiful December day with the partly cloudy skies and a high around 74 degrees. There's only a 10% chance of rain and expect another light breeze. The UV index is moderate today at a 4. It should remain at these lower levels throughout the week as we continue to see partly cloudy skies. The pollen count is extremely low at a 0.4. It will remain at low levels throughout the week, but rising slightly as the week progresses. The predominant pollens are ragweed and juniper.
Thanks, Stacy. Coming up next, Xavier Hall has the results from the weekend's local football games.
All this and more when we come back, so don't go away.
NFC, AFC, offensive linemen, defensive tackles, quarterbacks, and cornerbacks are all working with United Way for a million little reasons. The kids of our communities, to ensure their academic success all the way to graduation day. You see, it takes about 12 years to create a graduate, but it takes the same time to create a dropout. And the difference between a kid becoming one or the other could be a professional athlete, or it could be you. Studies showed the earlier we get to kids, the better their chances. So become a United Way volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor, and make a difference in the life of a child, for the life of that child.
Give. Advocate.
Volunteer. Live united. Join your favorite NFL players. Take the pledge. Go to unitedway.org.
I got my MBA online at VSU. As a working mom who travels on business, I needed an MBA program that fit my schedule and allowed me to balance both my work and home life. VSU's Web MBA was perfect. I was able to spend time with my family in the evenings and then complete my assignments. My MBA is one of my greatest accomplishments. It was hard work, but I would do it again in a heartbeat. Don't wait. Start your MBA today.
Welcome back. It was a busy weekend in sports.
Let's check in with sports anchor Xavier Hall to give us the rundown on what happened. Xavier?
Thanks, Chris. This past weekend was more than a little disappointing as both of our local high school teams saw losses over the weekend. The Valiant's record-breaking winning streak came to an end last Saturday in Macon, where they saw a loss at the hands of the Memorial Day Matadors with the score of 42-20. Memorial Day's offensive line came ready to play, with senior Marlon Latson leading the charge for 3 touchdowns and 138 yards on 17 carries. The Matadors also opened the game with the 71-yard touchdown that was followed up by a 6-yard touchdown run by Valiant senior receiver Kyle Wilkes in the second quarter. In the second half, the Matadors gained momentum that led to repeated late third and fourth quarter touchdowns by Latson and the Memorial Day offense, giving them the 2013 AA championship. This is the first loss the Valiants have faced under Coach Ashley Henderson's leadership. The Lions Vikings also saw a 28-7 loss in the 6A quarterfinals to the Norcross Blue Devils. The Vikings defense acted quickly in the first half to prevent the Devils from gaining a fast lead, but a 12-yard touchdown in the second quarter by Blue Devil receiver A.J. Bush in the second half was more of the same as the Blue Devils continued to stretch their momentum and intercept passing and fumble mistakes by the Vikings. Despite a 28-0 trail in the third quarter, the Vikings managed to score a 63-yard touchdown led by Malik Roberts. Unfortunately, this marked the end of the Vikings' title run, giving them a 9-4 record for the season. And that's our week in sports. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Xavier. When we come back, we'll tell you how the city is kicking off the holiday season.
So don't go away.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
When every moment matters and a hand reaches out, when someone gives blood and a life is saved, that moment when heartbreak turns to hope, you're there through the American Red Cross. Every day, the Red Cross responds to nearly 200 neighborhood emergencies, and your support makes it possible. Use this moment to join us today. Visit redcross.org.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
The holiday season is here, which means the annual Valdosta Christmas tree lighting. Local citizens are invited to the annual Christmas tree lighting on Wednesday afternoon. Santa Claus will be making a special visit to assist with lighting the 30-foot tree. The event will take place at City Hall at 5:30. Children from Moody Air Force Base youth programs will provide entertainment as they sing holiday favorites. Light refreshments will be provided.
This year marks the 41st anniversary of the Nutcracker performed by Valdosta's premier dance school. News Valdosta reporter Ariana Deans has the story.
Dance Arts of Valdosta is a great place to learn how to dance. The instructors there are very innovative and teach students how to be not only great dancers but great performers. One student has something special to say about the dance studio.
This dance school really prepares you for speaking and really doing things in the real world, as far as not being afraid to express yourself, because you have to get up in front of stages and dance in front of a bunch of people, so it really prepares you for the world for that.
This dance studio is owned by Linda Chase. One of her dancers has this to say.
When I dance, it's a really different feeling, because when you're doing something you love, you just find this crazy way of enjoying it. And so whenever I dance, I just found myself really relaxed and just having a great time.
This year marks the 41st year of Valdosta Dance Arts production of the Nutcracker.
Arts not only has the ability of inspiring young dancers, but they also have the ability of giving them growth and the maturity that they need. Besides giving them the technique and all the fundamentals, they also help out the community. The Nutcracker will be their 41st annual Nutcracker.
The Valdosta Police Department and the Valdosta Fire Department are now accepting donations for their annual Shot with a Cop or firefighter programs. Officers and firefighters will take children shopping as a way to make the holidays happier. Children participants must be recommended by a police officer, firefighter, teacher, or principal. They must also live in the city of Valdosta. That's our program for today, and this is our last newscast for 2013. We hope to see you again next year. Thanks for watching. I'm Chris Jones.
And I'm Jennifer Dandrin. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.